Hey YouTubers, it's Fanny with another video. Been a while since I put one out, but I've just been busy since I came back. I've just been on a job hunt, so I've had a few interviews, etc, etc. Playing it out, seeing where it goes, but I've had some time today, and I was expecting my collection to grow a bit more recently, and it did, so I wanted to wait before I started, doing more videos. So, yeah, as you can tell, they're two knives you've never seen before, and that's because they're new, and they're both Emersons, if you haven't guessed by now. So I picked myself up two new Emersons the past couple weeks. Both of them were not planned per se. One model I was intending to get sometime along whenever I could. Just so happened that I came up from a good person in the configuration that I was relatively happy with, and at a price that I could jive with. The other, pure impulse. So CQC-7B Mini A-100. Let's start off with the pure impulse that I got first. Got this a couple weeks ago. Emerson CQC-7BW Tonto. It's the Tonto black coated, made in USA. It's a 2011 production with the wave. So this was my second Emerson. This was a pure impulse buy. I just walked into SNR and asked if they had any Emersons in stock. I was curious to see what they had, and they had a few 7s. Now, this was a surprise purchase because generally I'm not a huge fan of too many Tontos and not a huge fan of chisel grinds. However, I've always liked the look of the Emerson 7 and the Emerson 6 Tonto. For American Tontos, I like the look of those. I like the lines on it. Still not crazy about the Tonto. I'll be honest. Of the chisel, I'll be honest. It's definitely very different, and it cuts very differently than a conventional V-grind, and for my needs, I still think the conventional V-grind is probably better. I just find this cuts way too asymmetrically. Came razor sharp, no doubt. Gave me a good cut right there. That's another story, and it's an incredibly strong design, even though it's just 3mm, which is an average stock. The way they've done the grind, it just keeps it very thick, so it's incredibly sturdy. The blade itself. And the Tonto punctures very well. I've tried it on those thick cardboard tubes, went right in, no problem. Grippy G10, thick titanium liner. I don't think you can make a liner much thicker than this before you started having to cut some stuff out. Still a little sticky, but the action has really smoothened out, which is nice, especially after good cleaning. Grippy G10, very chunky. Let me give you a comparison. They've gone with thicker G10 this particular run, so actually, you know what? Let's do that. So actually, yeah, I just wanted to check the liner thickness. So the liners and everything are pretty much the same, but the G10 they went with the 7. I guess this batch was thicker, so it leaves a very thick knife in your hand. So decent ergonomics, not I think as good as the Horseman, but they're interesting. It is heavy. It's like 5.2 ounces, so it's probably one of my heaviest folder that I've actually ever really carried, black coating's holding up quite well. I haven't used it too hard because I'll be honest, I find it cuts kind of funny. So how do I feel about this knife right now? Mixed. I'll see if I'll keep it over the long run. I'll give it some more time, but especially after holding a mini CQC-7, which I felt fit my hand better, and a 5, and a custom 5, which I did, I'm feeling less, happy with this particular 7's ergonomics. So, but again, we'll give it some time and we'll see. But hey, impulse buys can go, positive, or they can go negative. It's not structural integrity, great, but I don't know if this design was right for me, and I think I might have jumped the gun a little too early on this. But this next Emerson is an example of a knife that I definitely didn't jump the gun. When I saw it, I've been meaning to get one, but Jay, my buddy, had one for sale, and damn, let me tell you, it is an awesome knife. I picked this up on Saturday, and I've been nothing but happy with it. Even after cleaning, it's still smoother than either of the other two Emersons that I've had. I mean, very quickly it comes right out. Lockup is solid. It's a lightweight knife, a right size, conventional V-grind. Chisel edge, but that's Emerson. I don't mind it. At least it comes sharp, very sharp. Very thick, again, 3mm, grinds very late, so, but it still cuts quite well, surprisingly. So I'm very happy with the blade shape and grind on this. Again, 2011 production, same grippy G10, standard pivot screw hardware, one of the easiest knives to take apart are Emerson's. Pocket clip. The ergonomics, here's the thing. For me, for anybody, ergonomics are a pretty picky thing. So when you have when you have knives that generally have a lot of ergonomic lines like the Horseman, then it's either a love or a hate thing. So I love the Horseman's grip. I thought it fit my hand really well. Some people will find the 8 fits better. Some people will find the Commander's even better, or maybe the Roadhouse. It's up to you. So these ergonomic lines, if they fit really nicely. But otherwise you can be a little unsure. An example, this like I just showed you, the 7. Not sure if these lines kind of fit me really well, but it's really personal. Not a design of the knife, but just the direction you want one. So a knife like this without any ergonomics, it just works anyway, no matter how you hold it. It just works. So it's really simple, really elegant. The black coating works nice for this. Not generally a huge black coating fan. Emerson's is good, and I seem to be warming up to it. Thinner liners than the 7. As you can see, these are the locking liners. Let me just open them both up. As you can see, the Emerson CQC-7 liner is way thicker than the Mini A-100. I think that's just because the batch they had of that was smaller. But so far, quite happy with this knife. I'm just going to EDC it some more before I give any more opinions. I just wanted to show it to you. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be banging out a couple more vids later throughout this week. Peace out, guys. See you around. Have a good one.